Voters in Mississippi will go to the polls November 7th, and at the top of the ballot, of course, is the race for governor.
That's right. Last night, Allie Martin talked with the Democratic candidate Brandon Presley. Tonight, Allie has a profile on Tate Reeves.
Governor Tate Reeves began his political career 20 years ago when he was elected state treasurer. He was the youngest state treasurer in the country and the first Republican to hold that office in Mississippi. For Reeves, it was a matter of fiscal responsibility.
My background is in economics and finance, and if you'll remember, the last time we had a Democrat governor was Ronnie Musgrove, and they had spent and spent and spent our state, much like what the Democrats have done in Washington, D.C., into a situation in which we had a $720 million budget shortfall on what was then a $3.6 billion budget. We've completely turned around. We've gone from when the Democrats were in charge to having the worst budget in our state's history to now having literally collected billions of dollars more.
Reeves served 2 terms as lieutenant governor before being elected to the state's top office in 2019. He believes the #1 challenge facing the state is attracting more high-paying jobs.
We've been successful in bringing the largest economic development project to the Golden Triangle, a $2.5 billion investment that's going to create 1,000 new jobs. But the most important thing about that project is that they're paying almost $100,000 a year, because it's really about training our workforce to be able to do the jobs of the next 50 years and driving per capita incomes up for every Mississippian.
The 49-year-old is married to Ely Reeves, and they have 3 daughters. Governor Reeves says it takes a lot of work to balance family life, a campaign, and daily duties of the governor's office.
I really just do 2 things in life. I work and I watch my kids play sports, but not necessarily in that order. I will tell you, my 3 daughters are what drive me every single day. They're the reason I work so hard, because I want to make a better Mississippi for my 3 daughters, but I want to make a better Mississippi for all of Mississippi's daughters. And with the radical agenda of the Democrat Party spreading throughout this country, it's more important now than ever before that we have leaders that understand that we've got to push back on that radicalness. We got to push back on the woke agenda of the far left, and I'm willing to do that.
When asked what was one thing people might not know about him, but he wished they did, it was all about his daughters.
I don't know that everybody knows that I have 3 daughters. I don't know that everybody knows that my 3 daughters play sports. It's the reason I'm passionate about protecting women's sports. You know, in Mississippi, we said we're going to let boys play boys sports and we're going to let girls play girl sports. We all know that my opponent is spending millions and millions of dollars from the very people who are funding this left-wing agenda. I'm willing to stand up to them.
Governor Reeves said it's also important to make sure young people find their opportunities in Mississippi and not out of state.
Small businesses are the life of our economy, and the more businesses and the more jobs we bring to Mississippi, the more opportunities that our kids have to stay here. And we announced over $6 billion in new projects in 2022 alone. That's what's going to keep our young people here, is opportunity and quality of life.
With the campaign in the final stretch, the governor says he is looking forward to election night.
We'll sit back and we'll let the people let the people's word decide what ultimately happens. I'm very confident in this election. I'm very confident in the people of Mississippi. They know what conservative leadership has meant for our state during COVID. They know that we've banned vaccine mandates, that we've banned vaccine passports.
Reeves says he will work hard to meet as many voters as he can until the polls close on Election Day. Telling your story in Jackson, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Reeves and Brandon will be facing off in their first and only debate tonight at 7 p.m. on Mississippi Public Broadcasting.